Almost like Japanese scale a little bit. Oh yeah.
There's just like layers of creativity in all of these steps.
Yeah, finding people, how to engage more people, have them share it.
Dude, this is why you're great, bro, because just by the virtue of what your art is it's gone where it needs to go. And you could ride it that way, sure. Mm-hmm. But there's also the option of being able to be like, what do I want to do with this? Where do I want to go with this?
Yeah.
Like, how do I want to, like, maybe get into doing other stuff? You know what I mean? Like, now here's where imagination can come in and how you can practice it. You can imagine you live a long life, and you're gonna also, which is not something so imagined, continue to participate in the thing you love. And imagining what the mature form of that over a long life may look like.
Yeah.
Start from that point and then work backwards.
Huh.
And boxes proof. Fantastic view of the jail.
Nice to meet you.
Paul, nice to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you.
Guys' place?
This is
Awesome. Awesome.
The
Thank
room
you.
is just over here. Did you get in real late?
Yeah, we got in like at 5 this morning.
Oh, okay. So you didn't miss too many hours here.
No.
So welcome to the rest.
Ricardo, are you feeling rested?
I'm so rested. I got showered too.
Nice.
Yeah, I like what.
A ballad to the world from Pittsburgh. Me saying art is not purchasable does not mean art is not available. Richard, our collection of artwork gets to be art drops. What does it mean to not just like get a free art drop, but to exchange your own creativity? Now imagine a collage of just whoever shows up and actually like answers the invitation to participate in this, as they have these days knowing it's leading up to be like, man, yeah, I'm writing my like inspiration to the world that's going to be turned into this track that's made like on the spot.
Yeah.
So now you're getting not someone's like language rhythm, but just like their voice saying words that are meaningful.
Yeah.
So now you'll have this palette of all of this collage of different voices that are just words that are meaningful.
Yeah.
And we actually already started.
Yeah, we started doing that last night.
We started the art that's going to be made. We started the song. So like now it's like we're building from that.
This is important to me, and I think this is like the best thing that I could possibly convey. And you hope that other people see it the same way, you know, because it's like it's how you feel. For me, it touches me. Like I'm like, yes, you know, it's like a transmission. You like send out a transmission and say something, and some people are like, I heard like some of the things you said, and it was cool. But then when someone comes back to you and goes like, hey, I heard like all the things you said. You know, it means a lot. It's like the intention, it worked.
You gotta get, to have it, you gotta receive it. Some people think about like more on the side of like having it versus like the constant receiving. You gotta give too. You gotta keep receiving it. So like keeping receiving it is like the showing up and participating. You know what I mean? Like like when you do that, like from the other side as an artist, like you're very aware, like, but I know what I've learned by just showing up, and like that's what you think is the gift.
Yeah.
But like showing up doesn't take talent; it takes devotion, consistency.
Shine it on. You're different. I'm different. Check yourself out in the mirror. Oversimplification. When I say different.
Maybe a banana bread.
I mean, we're working on this one, but we're also working on the next mini.
I've never been a part of anything like this. Visually, it could just be like one thing to the next, like just concepts that we just throw out, you know, and just like tie it together like a dream or something. My brother says that about me. He's like, dude, bro, I can tell you filmed because it's all blurry. I'm like, I was like, it looks good. He's like, no, dude, it's out of focus. He actually films like skateboard videos, and like some of he gave me a huge opportunity. He used to use my music in skate videos, and that's how people first heard it. And that like, I can't say enough like actually how much that helped, you know, because he didn't even think, he thought I was helping him. He's like, dude, I need some music. Can I please like use some of your music? I'm like, yeah, you know. And then like people would start hitting me up because of the skate video.
Dude, I'll say this: thanks for allowing your music to be in all of the music. Because it's just like, it's awesome.
Oh man,
So
I couldn't be happier
it's like
that it is.
You are a great help. This is like,
you don't have to show up to like run a marathon, but like create something a little bit like, for me, like musically, it's like, oh, just make like a 2-second beat, and if it's it's just that, that's okay. But what tends to happen is that it turns into a lot more. But I never ask myself to do a whole lot. I just gotta like start doing a little thing every day. And then over time, it just like snowballs. And then you have all this stuff to look back on. And you're like, dude, I didn't even feel like I was like, it's almost like a trick, you know, just to get myself started. But I enjoy that. I found it.
You don't gotta like be like, is that? Yeah, it made you be like, whoa, yeah. Look at this. Look how good it's like.
That is super dope.
Right? This is a good one. I love that it's like woman with it.
Yeah.
The spray can definitely
Take it out.
has a unique sound to it.
Yeah. Let's see.
Could you fade it out like that when you bring in that strum?
Oh yeah, definitely. And then like things like this too, like instead of keeping this whole thing, we have it like.
And then like in
That would
between,
be
that's what I'm
dope.
saying. That's what I'm saying. In between that skip beat,
Yeah.
it could either be that or
Oh dude, yeah. That both actually. Here, let me the thing is I gotta turn this down. Because the trick about recording is like, since the sound is coming out through the speakers, if we want a really clean sound of you doing that, a lot of times what I
when you're hitting a sound, or like when you're hitting a sound,
that sounds kinda cool, just having you in there.
when you're hitting a sound, I mean, to like be in, to see this happening in this studio space, where it's really like, you know, it's just so different than like what is usually
Going
getting
on.
made, but like it's so different but the same.
Yeah. I know, it's like super inspiring in here. Whoa. Alright.
Like I'll jam his stuff too, which is like abstract motion and colors.
And then, you know, invisible mountain.
Off audio.
And then we got the birds.
When'd you make that one?
Just this morning.
This is dope.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Good
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. See you guys in the morning.
Richard, turn that jam up. What do you got over there? What are you cooking?
Got a little bossa nova groove. Like whistle, but then there's another part that's gonna come in. Some guitar, more guitar, and I'm gonna add some bass. My creation machine.
One thing that you shared about your process I think is pretty crazy is just like how spontaneous it is when you make songs. So like Richard's like crazy prolific with like his output, and that's one thing that like as we started talking drew me to his I'm in love with his process. So like the art is like the music is awesome, but like I just really dig your process of like every day it's like, you know, the same way I use painting as a form of like journaling in a way of like chronicling the experience of being alive and these specific moments. Like you're making music that way. So he's always recording different sounds throughout the day and incorporating them into his music. And being someone like who listens to a lot of music and maybe a little bit differently than most people do, because I use it within my artistic practice of like identifying certain sounds and putting certain textures or movements to certain sounds. Like if you look at this painting, this is kind of like one that he and I were working on over the last week. And so like very layered and complex music is helpful for my process just to get in like flow state and stay there. And then, you know, for everybody that's like has seen probably the last year and a half of the output of work has been greatly like inspired by this dude's music. So yeah, like as an artist, this is just like a really cool project to be able to get to the point where these are the type of projects that I want to work on in terms of just being like, bring one of the musicians out that you really admire and just like invite them to kick it and do a residency for a week and dive in and see what comes from that and explore a process and and that's what we've been doing this last week. So I'm working on deciding which tools will be
the ones for the event.
Yeah, what the combo will be.
Ooh.
Crazy tomorrow.
Oh, dude.
Tomorrow we get pretty crazy. Can't overdo it. Make sure I got some juice for tomorrow. Just enough. Let's get it done. Great job up to this point.
I really had no idea what to expect while coming to Pittsburgh. Like a week up until I was coming, I was just trying to imagine what it would be like, and it's nothing like what I imagined, and it's a lot cooler. I've met so many people and got to travel around Pittsburgh, and I mean, I'm so surprised. When I got here, he has everything. So I have a guitar, bass, classical guitar, studio monitors, amplifier, and the space that I'm working in with Baron, his art space, sounds really good. It's just really open with tall ceilings. Yeah, I've been able to make so much music, and if there's one thing that I love doing is just waking up and making music. He's just making art, I'm making music. It's a pretty cool time. I've never experienced anything quite like this, and yeah, maybe we'll get to do it again. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll come back out to Pittsburgh. That sounds kind of cool like that. We can record that in. You remember I was like playing it on the keyboard? Mm-hmm. This is the part. So I just took all the little bits and pieces and then turned it into this.
That snare is a light switch.
Yeah, the snare's the light switch. I mean, it doesn't have to be. It was just funny because it's like we could probably just go find a snare, but it kind of hits. It almost sounds like a rim shot. Little things, I'll play it along with my foot and then. Trying to just get that one that just feels right. That should just go right into the part where it goes.
How long is that? How long is that little?
That part, like, it's like 15-second loop, but this whole thing can just be expanded.
Could you send me over like some of the loops that you worked on in just one like thing? thing that as I work and put in my headphones and just like work?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Just email that to me.
Okay.